been speaking to me about kisses. And not chocolate kisses. Chocolate kisses would be good too, but when I got here, I mean, my life is writing. I just write constantly. And I get a lot of different things from the Lord, and I record them. And when I got up here, I wasn't sure which part do I share, because I got so many different subjects. One subject was kisses, and I tell you what does it mean. When I got here, I felt I need to kiss Roland's cheek. I said, I'm not going to embarrass him here. It's okay, but I know what to speak of. We're going to talk about kisses, but I really saw that the Lord kissed your face. Is that okay if He kisses our face? Can we give Him that permission? You know, my brother, he has 2 children. And for some reason, when they're real baby, you can kiss them in the mouth, in the boy. But when they get bigger, they're like, okay, don't embarrass me in front of my friends. How about the Father God? He wants to kiss us in the mouth. Is that okay? As His children? Of course. Who doesn't want to have a kiss from God? Right? I was a Shia Muslim. We have some other friends here that they are from the same background, and one kiss changed our life from God. How many times we go through life and you feel that your soul is hurting and is aching? You know, we get toothache and we get headache. But we all know our soul start to ache, right? Or is it just me? Our soul aches, like it hurts. The soul hurts for a different reason. And sometimes our spirit, doesn't matter what age we are, the spirit hurts too. You know, deep down inside, to me, spirit is deeper. It hurts, it aches. Sometimes at night, I walk in our land. I don't have any bodily pain, but sometimes I just walk like this. Once, you know, when people are not watching, it's 11 p.m., nobody's watching, you know, I just allow myself to be me, and I feel like I'm just doing this, and I'm like, what is it? I don't have any bodily pain, but it's like my spirit and my soul aches, you know. And when you get there, Advil, Excedrin PM, or I don't know, even oxycodone, or nothing could really help. I'm just saying, you know, some people, their soul and their spirit hurts, and they go even to drugs and other things. But again, it's human soul is very delicate. We were fearfully and wonderfully made, every single one of us. And even our Father in heaven, He experienced pain all over the Bible. If we stop thinking about our own pain, you can see His pain. Especially book of Isaiah, when He tells people, do not bring sacrifices to me. He said, my soul cannot bear it. I used to say, I thought that you can do anything, but you're saying you cannot bear this pain. It's too much sometimes. He has a soul, He has a spirit. We have soul and a spirit, and it hurts, it aches sometimes. What do we do? The Lord was sharing with me that when we get kisses from Him, when He comes and He kisses our soul, He kisses our spirit, the ache and the pain goes away. Brittany, our niece, just had a kiss from the Father for the first time 2 weeks ago in our house, watching the movie Shack. It was a kiss from the Father. And it just, I don't want to say changed her, it did something to her soul and her spirit. It's just so comforting. It fills you up that you get kiss from the Father. He comes and kisses your heart. He comes and kisses your soul, and He comes and kisses your spirit. For me, from a young age, I've shared this part of my testimony here last time, I believe. I was always hungry, like my soul and my spirit was always hungry as a Muslim boy. I was hungry for God. And when our country went to war, I always wanted to die, go to war, not to kill anybody, but to get killed that I may go and see God, because it was too painful for me. My soul and my spirit was aching for God. We fast forward until January 21st, 2000, that I had an encounter with the Lord. 2 weeks before that, I saw the Lord just with my spirit, or whatever you say it, but I saw it. You know, I saw him standing. I was in a church. Someone invited me to a church, and I saw him. He just walked inside my body and just went inside my body. I'm sitting in the first row of the church. I'm a Muslim, and I'm like, am I imagining this? What was that? Right? But this is what happened. I saw a hand with no arm, just a hand, and did this to me. Bam, it touched my heart. The moment it touched my heart, physically my body was filled with fire. It was like the fire. Brittany tasted that. It was like the most delicious fire you could have. It's like getting hugged by God, literally. In that moment, you don't think about your problem. You don't have any pain. You know, all I did, and I cried, is like somebody embraced me, and I cried and cried and cried and cried. You know, when you feel safe, your soul and spirit, he said, okay, now I can cry. Because, you know, we were fearfully and wonderfully made. And Bible said, recorded, Jesus wept, right? Crying is not a sign of weakness. It's like you release this pain and come out of you. And I felt so safe. I didn't know how to explain this. I didn't have any shelf to put it in. And I'm just crying and crying because God touched my heart. He kissed my heart. And my journey with God started from there. Later on, maybe 2 or 3 weeks after that, January 21st, 2000, the Lord again touched me, and I fell on the floor. I never saw anybody fall on the floor, you know. It was my first time even seeing myself. I was the first one I saw. But later on, I saw so many people fall. But in my case, I was the first one. Like, wow, why did I fall? I'm 6'7" tall. And of course, I hope I didn't hurt anybody when I was going down. But it really didn't hurt. And I was so surprised later on. Wow, I fell from such a high place and it didn't hurt. Really, it didn't hurt. I'm like, wow. And then inside myself, again with my eyes closed, I saw this tornado, dark tornado. And then when it got to my throat and left, then again you call it with the eyes of my heart, eyes of my faith, whatever makes you comfortable. But I saw it. You know, now these days you have to really make sure everybody's comfortable, you know. I mean, okay, let me pause here for a second. You might want your money back, but let me pause here. Maybe you could play something funny now. I'm going to be really fun now. See, if someone has a vision right now, we are saying, oh, right? But how about when we go to bed and we sleep? Because we slept so many nights and so many times, it's so normal for us, right? But it's just a miracle. You just go, your whole body shuts down. You don't even know when you fell asleep and you go. And then in a dream, the Lord comes. Sometimes you have amazing dream. Sometimes you have wrong dream. But the Lord comes and speaks to us through a dream. You know, and what's wrong when you stand here? If He wants it, you could close your eyes and He would allow you to see. And that's how I saw it. And I saw Him again, and this time I saw Spirit. It was white like milk. He poured His Spirit from all the way from heaven, and when He touched my heart again, when He touched my heart, all of my whole body knew who He was. I said, you're the Son of God. You're the one that I've been waiting for. It was always you. It was you all along. And I felt, I don't know, this might make you uncomfortable, but I felt the highest level of romance you can humanly even imagine that would be possible in my heart toward God, if that makes sense. It's like you fall in love. Actually, I was feeling what he was feeling toward us. But then I thought, I'm love. It's like I was feeling like a, the love of a mother times 1 billion or one time, I don't know, trillion. Like that kind of a love that he could handle, his body could handle. Our body cannot handle it. But he was just giving me a taste. And I'm like, wow, for so many years, I just wanted to be a friend of God. But what is this whole package? It's like, it's just so amazing. It's so good. And as I walked with him in last 17 years, he allowed me to go deeper into his heart and discover his heart, And what is my point? Should there be any point? Okay, but I was sitting there and the Lord was telling me, when you share what you have witnessed and what happened to you, portal opens. Anybody wants to come in, they can come in. But wait for a second before you jump in. Wait, don't jump with the parachute, wait. Don't get too excited. He was reminding my heart that I've been waiting for that moment for years. When I got it, it wasn't just this cheap moment for me because I was waiting for it. Ask your heart, do you really want a deep relationship or deep love from God? Do you really want your heart and your soul and your spirit to be kissed by God? Do you want him that way? If that makes sense. Some of us, we're sitting here, we've been dating Jesus for a long time. Right? In my case, when I was Muslim, I wasn't even dating him. I didn't have his number. Here, at least you guys have the number. It's Jesus Christ. Then you're just dating or sending messages, or I don't know, you're instant messaging him, all these iMessage and iBook and iMac, the great I am, he knows, he's way ahead of our technology. The guy has it. He's not like, hey, Michael or Gabriel, you come to me and just show me all these things. Their technology is way ahead of me. I don't understand it. He's way ahead of our technology, And the guy is very smart, He's been doing this God thing for so long, And if that doesn't make some of you uncomfortable, and I'm his friend, I can talk to him like this. You be careful, there's a level, you just go and just see how far you can go. Sometimes I call him now. And, we've been friends for a while. Of course, Pastor, you're way more ahead of me. I'm just trying to, with all my respect, And really check your heart and see what level you want. I mean it when I say sometimes people date Jesus, and it's okay. We even go and introduce Jesus to Muslim people. I tell them, date this Jesus. You don't have to marry your heart to him. Just date him, and just spend time with him and just see if you want to later on your heart to be married to him. And some of us, we've been kind of dating Jesus. Some of us, our heart been married to God, but we don't want to go deep because we heard going deep, it's really scary. In the world, when you go to the sea, you don't go to the really deep places because it's scary, the shallow. But in the spirit, to me, shallow is dangerous. It's better to go deeper. And when you go deeper, your heart, your soul, your spirit, it just satisfies, Then slowly he will take religion out of you. One time I'm his friend, I can talk to him. I said, I'm tired of your rules. I'm being honest. He said, I'm tired of you making rules and calling it mine. When you go to deep places, the rule cannot go. One time I tell him, what's the desires of your heart? I tried to be very smart and ask him a question that nobody asked before. Father, what is the desires of your heart? He said, you are. And then he said, may you be fulfilled. See, when you go to the deeper places, but we can't go deep unless he kisses this heart. When you go to deeper places, your soul and the spirit, it's so satisfying. It's still, you live in this world, you will have pain, but he invites you deeper than ever you've been. Even doesn't matter, even Billy Graham, even Mother Teresa, they never said that, okay, we went as deepest as possible, we are done, we retire, right? They never, Apostle Paul never said that. Even Bishop Bill doesn't say that, right? Which I respect him so much. But still, you go deeper and deeper and deeper. And I would say tonight is an invitation from the Father, that how deep do you want me to kiss your heart? Kiss your soul and kiss your spirit. And that's the invitation. That's a portal that is open. Younger one, older one, me, you, Susie, everybody. Who doesn't want to be kissed by God? Why not? Right? I would say that's it.